The history of the United States of America is a long, complex, and tumultuous journey through time that defined one of the world's leading nations. From the brave pioneers of the colonial era to the visionaries who penned the Constitution, and from the trenches of World War I to the epic civil rights struggles, this is a story of triumph, resilience, and transformation. In this video, we'll dive into the pivotal events, remarkable figures, and enduring ideals that have shaped the United States of America. The early Native American tribes of North America represent a rich tapestry of cultures, traditions, and histories that date back thousands of years. Starting in the Paleolithic era with the arrival of the first people in the Americas around 15,000 BC, these indigenous peoples inhabited the vast expanse of the continent long before the arrival of European settlers and exhibited remarkable diversity in their languages, customs, and lifestyles. From the Plains tribes, like the Sioux and Cheyenne, who were known for their nomadic buffalo hunting and distinctive teepees, to the Navajo and Hopi of the Southwest, who built intricate adobe pueblos and crafted intricate jewelry and textiles, to the Iroquois Confederacy in the Northeast, which served as a model for the U.S. Constitution with its democratic governance structure. Each group had its unique identity and contributed significantly to the cultural mosaic of North America. These indigenous societies were deeply connected to the land, fostering intricate relationships with the environment, and their spiritual beliefs, passed down through generations, were closely tied to the natural world. As we explore the history of the United States, it's essential to recognize the enduring impact of these Native American tribes who played a vital role in shaping the nation's history long before the arrival of the first European settlers. The arrival of European settlers in North America marked a momentous turning point in history, forever altering the continent's landscape and its indigenous people's way of life. Beginning in the early 17th century, the English, Dutch, and Spanish established their initial footholds, igniting a transformative period of colonization that brought both hope and hardship. The settlers faced unimaginable challenges as they navigated uncharted waters, traversing the Atlantic in search of new opportunities, religious freedom, and economic prosperity. Their arrival not only led to the founding of Jamestown, Plymouth, and countless other colonies, but also set the stage for a series of significant events that would shape the destiny of the United States. With the settlers came new ideas, cultures, and technologies, and these interactions between the old and new worlds gave rise to an intricate exchange that profoundly affected the continent. This pivotal moment in history, marked by exploration, conflict, and coexistence, laid the foundation for the complex and diverse nation we know today. In 1620, a group of religious separatists known as the Pilgrims, seeking refuge from religious persecution in England, set sail on the Mayflower, a modest vessel from Plymouth, England. After a grueling 66-day voyage, they landed on the shores of what is now Plymouth, Massachusetts, facing harsh winters, unfamiliar terrain, and a lack of provisions. The Pilgrims, however, displayed remarkable determination and adaptability. With the help of the indigenous Wampanoag people, they learned to cultivate the land, which ultimately resulted in the first Thanksgiving celebration in 1621, a testament to their resilience and their ability to form cooperative relationships. The Mayflower Compact, pioneering document, was signed aboard the ship before disembarking, establishing a framework for self-governance that would later serve as a foundational principle for American democracy. The compact expressed the commitment to the general good, which foreshadowed the democratic ideals that would become intrinsic to the American way of life. The story of the Mayflower and the Pilgrims highlights the complex interplay between European settlers and Native American populations, as well as the ongoing quest for religious freedom and self-determination. Their journey and the settlement at Plymouth represent a key chapter in the broader narrative of American history, encapsulating the enduring values of perseverance, freedom, and cooperation that continue to define the nation today. From 1775 to 1783, 13 American colonies, inspired by a fervent desire for independence from British colonial rule, embarked on a revolutionary struggle against the formidable British Empire. The conflict was ignited by a series of grievances, including taxation without representation and an increasing intrusion into colonial affairs. Battles like Lexington and Concord and Bunker Hill signaled the beginning of armed hostilities, with patriots rallying under the banner of liberty and self-governance. Over the course of the war, a ragtag army led by figures like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin displayed remarkable tenacity and resourcefulness. Their commitment to the ideals of liberty, democracy, and individual rights inspired a disparate group of colonists to unite in a common cause. The Declaration of Independence, crafted by Thomas Jefferson and adopted on July 4, 1776, remains an enduring testament to the revolutionary spirit, articulating the principles upon which the fledgling nation would be built. The war's turning point came with the crucial support of the French, who allied with the American cause, providing critical military and financial aid. The decisive victory at Yorktown in 1781 effectively sealed the fate of the British forces and led to the Treaty of Paris in 1783, formally recognizing the United States as an independent nation. The American Revolutionary War, an epic struggle of ideals and bravery, reshaped the course of history, setting in motion the foundation for the democratic experiment that is the United States. Its legacy endures in the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and the enduring values of freedom, liberty, and self-determination that continue to define the nation today. The Lewis and Clark expedition, also known as the Corps of Discovery, exemplifies the spirit of exploration, adventure, and scientific inquiry that characterized the early 19th century. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson commissioned Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to lead an expedition to explore the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase, a vast, largely uncharted territory that doubled the size of the United States. A history-defining moment for the nation. Over the course of their epic journey from 1804 to 1806, Lewis and Clark, along with their diverse team of explorers, navigated the rugged terrain, unpredictable weather, and daunting challenges of the American West. They successfully charted a path to the Pacific Ocean, making valuable scientific observations, collecting specimens, and establishing friendly relations with Native American tribes they encountered. Their interaction with Sacagawea, a Shoshone woman who played a pivotal role as an interpreter and guide, underscores the collaborative and cross-cultural nature of the expedition. Lewis and Clark's meticulous journals and maps not only contributed to geographical knowledge, but also opened the door to westward expansion, encouraging settlers to venture into the new frontier. The Lewis and Clark expedition is a testament to the American spirit of curiosity and exploration, leaving an enduring legacy in the annals of U.S. history, as it helped pave the way for the nation's expansion and the forging of a young nation's identity. The American Civil War, one of the most momentous events in U.S. history, took place from 1861 to 1865, fundamentally reshaping the nation and leaving an indelible mark on its collective memory. This devastating conflict was rooted in complex issues, primarily the stark divide over slavery, states' rights, and regional tensions between the North and South. The war began with the Confederate attack on Fort Sumter in South Carolina, and its aftermath saw countless battles, immense human suffering, and profound political and social transformation. The conflict pitted the industrialized, populous North, led by President Abraham Lincoln, against the agrarian, slave-dependent South, which sought to preserve its way of life and secede from the Union. The Civil War featured iconic battles like Gettysburg and Antietam, and the clash of ideologies was personified in the soldiers who fought on both sides. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued by President Lincoln in 1863, turned the war into a moral crusade for freedom by declaring the liberation of enslaved people in Confederate-held territory. The war's conclusion in 1865 marked the Union's victory, the abolition of slavery with the passage of the 13th Amendment, and the beginning of the difficult process of Reconstruction. Though the Civil War ultimately preserved the United States as a unified nation, it came at an enormous cost, with hundreds of thousands of lives lost and deep scars left on the American landscape. The Civil War's legacy continues to reverberate through American society, from the ongoing struggles for civil rights to the ways it has shaped modern politics, culture, and the interpretation of the Constitution. It underscores the importance of addressing divisive issues and the enduring quest for a more perfect union. In this historical context, one of the world's most iconic symbols was born. Constructed in 1886, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the United States as a symbol of friendship and in commemoration of the centennial of the American Declaration of Independence. The statue's full name is Liberty Enlightening the World, and it features a colossal neoclassical figure of a woman holding a torch in one hand and a tablet with the date of the Declaration of Independence in the other. The Statue of Liberty stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor and has become a symbol of hope and freedom for immigrants coming to the United States. The 20th century was a period of remarkable transformation and significant events in U.S. history, shaping the nation's identity, culture, and place in the world. World War I, 1914 to 1918. U.S. entry into World War I marked the nation's emergence as a global player. The conflict led to significant social and economic changes and laid the groundwork for subsequent international involvement. The Roaring Twenties, 1920s. This era was characterized by cultural and social change, with the Jazz Age, Prohibition, and the women's suffrage movement all having a profound impact on American society. The Great Depression, 1929 to the 1930s. The stock market crash of 1929 triggered the worst economic downturn in U.S. history. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs aimed to address the crisis and reshape the role of the federal government. World War II, 1939 to 1945. The U.S. played a pivotal role in the Allied victory, marking the country's ascent to global superpower status. The dropping of the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki ushered in the nuclear age. The Civil Rights Movement, 1950s to 1960s. This struggle for racial equality led to landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and reshaped the nation's social fabric. The Cold War, 1947 to 1991. The ideological and political rivalry with the Soviet Union dominated U.S. foreign policy for decades, leading to events like the Cuban Missile Crisis and the space race. The Korean War, 1950 to 1953, and the Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975. These conflicts had a profound impact on U.S. foreign policy and the role of the military in international affairs. The space race, 1957 to 1975. The U.S. and the Soviet Union competed in space exploration, with the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 becoming one of the most iconic moments in history. The 21st century in the United States has been marked by a series of significant events and ongoing challenges. At the start of the century, the country faced the aftermath of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, leading to the War on Terror and substantial changes in U.S. foreign and domestic policy. The financial crisis of 2008 had a profound impact on the economy, leading to a focus on financial regulation and economic recovery. The election of Barack Obama in 2008 marked a historic moment, with the U.S. selecting its first African-American president. In recent years, the COVID-19 pandemic also had a profound impact, revealing shortcomings in the healthcare system and highlighting economic disparities. The nation continues to address these issues through political debate, policy reform, and social movements in pursuit of a more equitable and secure future. As we conclude our journey through the captivating tapestry of U.S. history, we're reminded of the enduring ideals, challenges, and pivotal moments that have shaped this great nation. From the founding principles of freedom and democracy to the struggles for civil rights and the pursuit of a more perfect union, American history is a testament to the resilience and capacity for change within a diverse and dynamic society. Thanks for watching.